Good morning and welcome to this week of Business Community Support. I'm Cheryl O'Hearn with Spin Market Plus Digital, and we have a great program today, as we do every week. And I know you hear me say this every week at that same time at 9 o'clock on Thursday, but we do. We have a great program because we're going to be bringing in Dylan with Discount Tires, and that's a brand new business here in town. And I've had a great conversation with him before the program, talking about why they picked Fort Dodge, and it's very, very promising and just real good kudos of our community from what he's been telling me. So I am going to bring him in and have him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about his background as well as start talking about the story behind Discount Tires. So, good morning, Dylan. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Cheryl.
You bet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Been talking with your corporate for the last few days, and it wasn't until about 4:30 last night that I finally got your name and connections, so that we made sure that we had you on today. But I'm so glad that you're able to take the time with us and talk to us about Discount Tires. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and you let us know a little bit about the business, talk about your background as well, and what you're doing here in Fort Dodge.
Yeah, absolutely. So Discount Tire is based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It's the world's largest and fastest growing independent retailer for tires and wheels. So we're actually growing pretty rapidly. Iowa is one of our main states that's growing really fast and trying to develop it as well. So other than that, Discount Tire was founded back in 1960 by Mr. Bruce Hawley in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Last year was actually our 60th anniversary. Um, we do serve customers across about 37 states for 1,100 stores nationwide. So anywhere you go, you're pretty much going to find a Discount Tire. So we're here to help. We're here to take care of everybody. Um, Other than that, we continue our success through our honesty, our services, and willingness just to pay it forward. So we promote from within. So if anybody's actually looking for opportunities, we are always accepting applications. We are doing always interviews, just so that way we can find people that feel like we could add value to the business. Myself, I've been with the company since December 2014. I'm actually from the Houston region, so I'm from a city called Beaumont, Texas.
Mhm.
So I'm always used to the Gulf, so still trying to find a great fishing spot, to be honest with you. Uh, Other than that, I mean, we are always open from Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 to 5. If you ever have any questions, you can always just Google us, or if you call us at, I can actually give the phone number right now. It's 515-302-7061 with any questions as to what we do, who we are, and how we can help take care of you. Um, Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much just a little synopsis of a little history on Discount Tire.
Well, great. Well, and it's great to hear that you really embrace hiring and moving those employees up the ladder as they gain skill sets within your company. That's a great opportunity for people. And I just saw a program from or a congratulations to one of the to the CEO of one of the organizations. Actually, it was FedEx. How she started out as the front door or front receptionist like 30 years ago and has climbed the ladder. So it just shows you that it isn't necessarily that you have to start at the very top or even in the middle, because she's was discussing the fact that she had started as a receptionist and worked her way up through a variety of different positions to where she's at. So that's the same thing with Discount Tire. Then if you can start there, start on the floor actually working with the customers, either selling or as a technician, and build your way up.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk to anybody that works for Discount Tire, anybody at the corporate office, all of them started in the back changing tires, and they just worked their way up, just showing, it's all about who has a bigger drive at that point. Uh, and the good thing about Discount Tire is, like, we don't work off any kind of commissions. We just want to take care of people. So whether it be um, doing a free rotation or fixing fixing TPMS, we do all that for free. So they don't have to purchase any tires, just bring it in. We'll do tire rotations, check all their air, and of course, reset their TPMS as well. But I started as a technician. 5 months later, I got promoted to an assistant manager. Um, I just got promoted to the senior assistant manager, so just a step below the store manager, about 3 months ago. So it's actually been a really awesome journey, and it's actually helped me achieve the dreams that I want to achieve as far as how I want to grow.
Great.
You don't really see a whole lot of businesses doing that, except for, of course, like you said, FedEx had that one lady that made it to CEO position. Um, but most of our guys that, other than our IT and office managers, everybody's pretty much worked on a tire at some point in their career. So everybody knows what they're doing, how to do it, and how efficient to do it as safely as we can with a great quality.
Well, I think that's a great story to tell because what that does for the employees is they get to understand what are the issues with in that position because unless you do it, a lot of times you just really don't understand how long it physically takes to get that job done. Your perception may be that it's really quick and you can just, 5 minutes, where in reality, no, if you do it properly and you do the steps properly, it's going to take you 15 minutes versus five. And that makes a big difference in scheduling and making those employees feel comfortable.
Right. Yeah, because our biggest concern is just making sure our people are taken care of.
Mhm.
And in turn, they take care of our customers. So if you treat your employees correctly and make sure they're happy, you're not going to have any issues. Your customers are going to leave happy, and pretty much just the community is going to grow. Everybody's going to, word of mouth spreads really quick.
Happy employees make happy customers, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Very much so. Very good. That's a great tagline. Perfect. So, what we're talking about all the locations that you have in Iowa, and most of them are in communities that are larger than Fort Dodge.
Hmm.
So, I'd really like to know a little bit more about what brought you to Fort Dodge. What demographics, what little bits of wisdom did you see out there that made you see that Discount Tire was going to prosper in our community?
Yeah. So again, I reached out to Tim Russo, who is our real estate development manager.
Mhm.
More or less just based on what he said, that there's enough demand to exceed our financial requirements to run the store here. And with that, we're actually able to bring at least a dozen something jobs into Fort Dodge to help grow the community. And just one thing I've noticed is just from talking to customers, just gaining information from them, is that Fort Dodge used to be a pretty prospering city back in the day. But as things are slowly progressing again, business are coming back, renovations are happening. It's just looks like it's going to be growing pretty quickly again from the looks of things. And also it just allows us to help take care of the community and keep everybody safe and make sure everybody's taken care of.
Sure. Well, and that's a good point. Every community has its challenges and has changes. As industries change, as we go and grow more digitally. So here we're being very active, bringing in broadband into the community. All of those things we have to adapt and adjust to them and grow, and that brings in different businesses and different programs for our community so that we can grow that way. And this is a great, I love, most of my work is done with analytics and demographics and that type of thing with my clients and talking about it. And you illustrated that when you talked to your one of your managers there, that or your upper management, and why they selected Fort Dodge, and that they saw that there was the potential revenue generating from the community. So that meant that the demographics were there, the number of vehicles were there, all of those certain things in certain age groups were there, and that means that they can be assured that they're going to have the revenue that they need in order to keep a business going.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's just pretty much just what we want to do. Just grow. We're looking to grow. We're looking to grow people, and grow communities. Just so that way everybody, you know, can get a good experience wherever they go.
Right. Well, and we talked, right now you're still driving back and forth from Des Moines, but you're working on coming and actually locating into our community.
Hmm.
So that's really exciting too, because that's one of the things that we've been very aggressive with is working on recruiting and showing people that Fort Dodge is really a very nice community. We all work really hard and we're working very diligently to develop and create a quality of life that individuals like you would enjoy and that are very similar to your Des Moines area. But yet, if you wanted to go back to Des Moines, it's not that far of a drive, is it?
No, it's not. It's only about an hour and a half, if that.
And it
Um,
goes fast.
it does. It really does. Like this morning I left, I was like, 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. By the time I hit Otho down south, I'm like, oh, wow, it's already 7. Okay, cool. I'm almost to work.
Yeah, exactly. Very, and so it is. It's why you can have a lot of the benefits that are found in our community. You still are in a location that's really quick to get to see other things in Des Moines, Waukee, Ankeny, whatever those communities are, as well as going to Cedar Rapids. I mean, we're really in a good location where you can go any of those places in a day and enjoy yourself. So
Yeah, really can.
cool.
Uh, I mean, if you ever decide to take a trip to Minneapolis, it's only about a 3 to 4 hour drive.
Yeah, then that's not that bad anymore on the interstate. So, how many employees do you have here in Fort Dodge?
Currently, we have a roster of total of about 15. Um, 5 of them being the full time staff, and the rest all being part timers that are getting trained up right now.
Sure.
Um, so my full time staff, we're all from the Des Moines area. We came out here to help open the store up, and we're going to be the permanent people here. And then all of our part time staff are actually from either Fort Dodge, Eagle Grove, Gowrie, just certain different areas of the community. So they're actually working out pretty well, and they've been doing pretty well too.
Excellent. So, since you are hiring, let's talk about that a little bit. What if you were to put out a little PSA out there to hire somebody today, a little blurb to entice them to fill out an application with you? What would you tell them that they would be doing, and what would they be experiencing when they came to work for Discount Tire?
Yeah. So of course, like I said, we do start everybody off in the back. So they would start off as a technician. It is a fast-paced environment, but we keep it fun. We play music. Um, we like to actually have camaraderie. So we like to actually, go out and celebrate, um, you know, wins. Even if we have like a loss or whatever it is, we come together and we just help each other out with that part. But anytime we get have the time to get together, we like to go and have fun. Um, we do start off at $13 an hour, but you don't stay at $13 an hour. As you progress
Mhm.
through the system, we do pay you accordingly. So we definitely pay you what you're worth.
Cool. On there. So we were talking about the website and where they can go to that. Can you let it, what it, is it discounttire.com? Is that where they would go?
Yes, discounttire.com. That's where they would go. They'll be able to use Treadwell, which is our tire buying guide. It's has decades of information. So with that, they actually took data from the National Weather Service
Hmm.
and according to the zip code that you're in, and it lets you know your average rain, average dry, and your average winter. So that way you'll be able to see what kind of performance tires will do for you, so you can make the safest decision for yourself if you don't feel comfortable talking to people. So
Great.
more or less, we're trying to do hands free or the touchless experience for our customers as well. So that way we can help take care of them.
Cool. So what can I ask what brands that you carry at Discount Tire, or do you carry all brands?
We can get a majority of brands. There are certain ones that, of course, we can't get. So you know how Walmart has Douglas. We can't get Douglas, but we can get other Goodyear products. We do have our own custom brands. We also have co-brands, so it has the primary brand name on there with our design.
Hmm.
So we do get a wide variety of other brands too. So like Hankook, Westlakes, stuff like that. We can actually get a wide variety. If there's something that we can't get, we can find something that's very similar in quality and price to help get that taken care of.
Right. So how many stores nationwide do you have?
We're I think we're at 1,100 now.
1,100, and that gives you a huge buying power, so that when you're talking about that, the capabilities of finding the tires for them, that's one of the benefits. We are in a rural community, and we also have a lot of trucking here. Do
Mhm.
you Are you more into regular cars, or do you also do tractors and semis and that type of thing?
So we don't do any kind of commercial vehicles yet. I don't know how that's going to look in the future. I know we are doing pilots at certain stores on certain sizes that we can work on.
Mhm.
But we do work on all, like, F-350s, dualies, passenger cars, passenger stuff. We don't do any kind of like motorcycles or anything like that. Unfortunately, we just stick to um, the trucks and the cars. We don't do
Okay.
any kind of semis or anything like that either.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, and I know those are questions that people might be asking, is wondering if you do provide those services out there for everybody. So, in talking about Discount Tire in the Fort Dodge area, when you were looking at the demographics, how many miles were you going outside of the community when you looked at that? Did anybody pass that information on to you?
Um, no, but I would assume they were looking at, of course, the surrounding areas such as
Mhm.
Gowrie, Harcourt, Manson, stuff like that. Just looking at the populations there as well as Fort Dodge. So anything within a 30-minute drive has pretty much the population required. So it's
Cool.
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, most of these, the Gowrie, if you brought up the community of Gowrie, I mean, there's a large percentage of the Gowrie residents that drive to Fort Dodge every day. So that's exactly right. That's nothing for them to stop at Discount Tire or leave their vehicle during the day, which I'm guessing they can do if they had to, and go to work.
Absolutely. We work on it. We just give them a call or a text whenever it's ready, and then they just pick it up their convenience.
Perfect. Do you provide pickup and drop off?
So, unfortunately, we don't. We
Okay.
just don't have the manpower for that yet. I don't know if they are talking about doing that anytime in the future for the company. But we do accommodate the best we can. So if it does get to that point where it needs to be done, then we'll definitely work out something for our customers to help take care of them as well.
Great. Excellent. Good job. So, what else, when we're talking about the community and Discount Tire, what are they looking for as far as growth, as far as potential employees within your organization? Do they have a goal set? I know you say you're at 15 right now. Is that what would be normally a typical Discount Tire, or would it be higher?
It all depends on the customer demand that we
Okay.
see. The more flow of customers we get, the more we're able to employ. Um, right now, we're pretty much where we need to be. Just starting out, we're training all these new guys up, just that way they can learn the best practices that we follow. Um, Now, as we get them certified and qualified, so that way they can help service the cars and take care of the customers for us as well. We do look at applications and just go over resumes just to see if we want to reach out. Um, we do always do walk-in interviews if they ever decide to do like want to come in. We can do an on-spot interview if they decide to. Um, but in the future, I do see more employment growing as well.
Cool. So, how many bays do you have for vehicles?
So we have 3 bays. Each bay can hold up to 2 vehicles. So we have a bay with no lift at all for our course, like things like Teslas, Corvettes,
Mhm.
modded vehicles that have things like body kits. We do have 3 in-ground lifts. We do have quite a few jacks as well. So if a vehicle needs to be jacked up, such as your trucks,
Mhm.
those Corvettes, stuff like that, we'll be able to service those. So each bay does handle about 2 cars.
Okay. All right. Good. Excellent. So really, you can have maybe six customers at one time.
Yeah, we definitely have 6 customers that sell at a time.
Mhm.
Um,
That's a
but the
lot
way
of
we
people to go through in a day.
it is pretty much the way we operate is we have a flow. So we have X amount of people working on X amount of cars.
Mhm.
We work everything as a team in the back. So we have no more than a 5-man team in one cell, a working cell at a time. Um, that allows us to ensure that the safety quality of the vehicle is getting done. So 2 of the technicians are in charge of each side of the vehicle. One of our what we call a service coordinator, who's ensuring the safety is being followed, is able to watch and make sure that things are being torched properly, TPMS is being changed and replaced, and also that the balancing is done correctly. Because we also road force balance all of our tires so that all of our customers get a smooth and comfortable ride.
Exactly. Well, and that's so important to make sure that everything is done right. And then how do you provide any kind of education for people? Because I'm thinking of maybe a young college student that doesn't really understand the importance of making sure they have enough air in their tires all the time, or when the tire light comes on their car, which is, most of the vehicles today have that, you better pay attention.
Yeah. So we're always informing our customers of all the services we provide. We do let them give them all the tips that we provide as well, such as, hey, just swing by at least once a month just to check your air, especially in colder temperature, because every 10 degrees of ambient air, temperature loss, you actually lose a pound of air pressure. So if you drop 30 degrees, you're losing 3 pounds of air pressure, and that can happen anywhere from um, every month to 2, 3 times a month, depending on, of course, where you're at in the state. Um, we also make sure that, hey, you want to get your tires rotated every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, just so that way each tire is on a different part of the vehicle. So if there happens to be something mechanically wrong, such as like a bad suspension part or your alignment might be off, because we're not mechanics, we can just give the best recommendation off the tire wear, but it helps prevent premature wear on tires, so that way you're not having to come out of pocket every couple months having to replace a tire. And it helps also with your gas mileage too when you check your air, because if you don't have the proper air, if your pressure's too high or too low, it can definitely affect the wear and the gas mileage of your vehicle.
Well, that's very interesting because we are coming into the colder weather, and I don't. I know I notice it when I click the little gauges on my car and see
Mhm.
where it's at, and see where the tire pressure is on each of the tires there, and as the temperature drops, you see a big change in it, and then it'll fluctuate, and then as the day warms up, the pressure might jump up again. So you really need to pay attention to that because you don't want to put too much air in and then have the temperature fluctuate and go up a lot in one day, which can happen a little bit more at this time of the year than we're talking in the middle of winter.
Yeah, like last week it was down in the 40s and got up to the
Mhm.
80s, so definitely changes quick.
Yeah, so it's a case of, okay, yeah, you see that it's dropped, but if the temperature is going to jump up a whole bunch that day, you may not necessarily want to put a whole lot of air pressure in
Right,
on their
exactly.
on their
And
seat.
then
Yeah,
again, we'll always check your air for you, no charge. You don't have to ever come in and pay for air. We take care of that for free. There's no charge on any of that stuff.
great. Well, I know there's a lot of places around the area that you actually have to put several quarters in order to get your air for your
Right.
fires, and then sometimes you spend four quarters before you even get any air out because you have to figure out how to use it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then also, while we do your air check, we'll actually inspect your tires for free. So that we just so that way you know how safe your tires are. We'll show you how the stopping distance performs. We'll show you um, how to actually look as far as like what to look for when it's time to change your tires. So if you're not near a discount tire, if you don't have a tread depth gauge to check the threads, you can actually take a penny and if you put it under there with Lincoln's head facing down, if you can see his top of his head, then it's definitely time to replace those tires.
I've seen that demonstration many times, but again, it's families. We don't have in my world. Of course, I'm in a farming community and a farming family, so these things are things that we talk about all the time, or
Mhm.
are much more in tune to. But some of the other ones that may not have that opportunity, those are educational things that they really need to know about ahead of time, and understand the importance of, yeah, when it gets down to a certain point, and using the illustration of the Lincoln penny, and where it needs to be at. That's very important for everybody to know.
It is. And then, of course, also one thing we do is in our showroom, we actually have our stopping distance boards up, and we also have safety information as well. So that way, whenever you come in, we'll explain everything to you. We actually educate you on how your tires are looking, and we just let you know, hey, this is how you should take care of your tires. So we
Great
can make sure
customer
that everybody's
service.
good. Oh yeah, that's our main goal is making sure our customers are satisfied. If there's ever any issues, we like to take care of it here. We 100% take full responsibility for anything that happens here.
Great.
So we always take care of them.
Very good. Very good. I'm so glad to hear that because I'm a big customer service individual, and my family will tell you that sometimes they have to tell me to be quiet because especially if we're getting bad customer service, I have a tendency to bring up some points And sometimes my family gets embarrassed by my comments to them, but I just think it's so important. Customer service is key, that relationship there, and making them feel comfortable when they come in.
Yeah, because our main thing is we just want to build that trust with our customers, just that way they feel like they're in a safe, inviting, easy environment. So we want to make it as safe and as easy as possible for them.
Well, you had a very good word that you used there, trust.
Yes,
That's very, very important for everybody to have, be able to express and show that we're here for you, and we want you to trust us, and we're, when you need something, we're going to be here to take care of you.
absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. Well, this has been great, Dylan. I'm so glad that we were able to get you on today, and this has been a great conversation. I really enjoyed learning more about Discount Tire and what you're doing in the community, and I know you've got a open house coming sometime in October. We talked about a little bit.
hmm Yeah. So sometime we're getting all of our materials for our grand opening because our soft opening was September 3rd. So we've been open since then. But we will have a grand opening, so you'll see the streamers, the banner, and everything. So we'll have that up and running soon.
Excellent. Okay, well, we'll be looking forward to seeing that and hearing it, and keep us posted out there. If you've got more information on your open house, let us know. We'll be happy to push it out and let everybody else know as well. But you're in a great location because you're located right on Fifth Avenue South in
Yep.
the Corridor Plaza area that's under development, and you can't miss it because there's the front of their store hits points out to Fifth Avenue South, and you've got great entrances on there, and great markings of where how to drive and how to get to the bays when you come in. So
Absolutely.
very,
And then
very,
if
very cool.
anybody ever wants to look as far as like what kind of promotions we run, they can always call. They can look on our website under the sales promotions page. Because there's one promotion that we're always running is military. It's always gets 10% off their total. Um, and then of course we also have our discount tire credit card available to everybody. So you either get 6, 9, or 12 months of 0% interest. So you don't pay interest at all as long as everything's paid off within that time frame. And then you also get actually rebates back. So you get some money back out of it.
Great, excellent. So again, discounttire.com is where they can go to find out more about that. All that information is there. And the phone number to find Dylan and his staff is 515-302-7061. Is that correct?
Yes, it
Great.
is.
Anything else that you'd like to add? This has been great. It's amazing how a half hour goes really, really fast.
I know.
I told you it'd be comfortable. It'd be just like drinking or talking over a cup of coffee, didn't I?
Oh, absolutely. The one thing I can say is I really hope that, if you feel like you just want to come by and stop and say hi, we're here to talk. We're not going to try and sell you anything. We're here to help take care of you. Again, we don't work off any kind of commissions. I'm just here to help. That's all I'm here for.
You get your paycheck and you're very happy with that paycheck.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for filling us in on Discount Tire, and we look forward to having you join us in our community finally, and relocate. Oh, so I want one more question. So, how many people are in your family?
So there's me, my wife, my 3 kids, and a puppy.
Oh, and a puppy.
Yeah.
Well, the Fort Dodge school system will be very happy to hear that you're bringing 3 children.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much, Dylan. And we really appreciate you taking this time today. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you,
All right.
Cheryl.
You bet. Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Well, that was very interesting to hear all about Dylan and Discount Tire here in Fort Dodge. I'm normally Chris Patrick is joining us at this time, but she was not able to this morning. So I wanted to bring on some of the things that she's been doing. And one of the things that's happening is we are working on a new program that will allow us to bring in or understand recruiting and what to do when we bring in some other businesses. So it's called Ready to Recruit. And we've got some really good data that we can bring in and show you. It's going to be posted here shortly. But it was very interesting on the number of people that were looking at what kind of businesses should be coming downtown, where they should be going, and as well as what we would be looking for for those businesses and what people were looking for with those businesses. So it was just really interesting to see how excited everybody was about that and what they were looking for as far as restaurants or other different stores. They were looking bookstores rated really high on the list, and that was really interesting as well. Bookstores and coffee houses. So anybody that's looking at opening up a coffee house or would be interested in a coffee house, that would be a great thing for them to be looking at and checking out as well. So I'm not going to bring up all the slides on that, but I would like you to go in and be watching the mainstreetfortdodge.org website to learn more about that. Again, this is a weekly program here at Business Community Support. Next week, we're going to be talking about what you should be doing for your 2022 marketing. We're going to talk about budgeting. We're going to be talking about different options out there, what we're seeing in trends as well in the marketing area, digitally, print wise, whatever it may be. We'll be going over a variety of things and understanding where your return on your investment is going to be and how you should be budgeting that and what you should be looking for and researching in order to determine what is best for your marketing going forward. So shorter program today, but we want to thank you for joining us. And as always, this program is brought each week to you by Alpha Media Fort Dodge, North Central Iowa Small Business Development Center, Main Street Fort Dodge, and Spin Market Plus Digital. I'm Cheryl O'Hearn with Spin Market Plus Digital. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next Thursday at 9 a.m. Take care.